Welcome to Ruby School of Music. So today we are going to our lesson 2, that is about scales. Now you will be asking about what is a scale. Last week we learned about notes, and so you'll be wondering what is a scale. Now scale is notes arranged in a particular order or pitch. For example, this is like a letter and words. In English, you can have a letter A, B, C, and D. So when you arrange this together, that is G, O, D. This is a word, right? This is similar to a scale. Now when we are like separating, this will be G, O, and D. Separated, these are just letters. Combined, they are a word. In the same way, these are the main, the notes, as we mentioned in the previous class. So these combining together in a particular formation, and I'll there is a trick way to learn about different scales. I'll tell you about that. So these notes arranged in a particular formation forms a scale. Now, what are the different types of scales that are there in a guitar? Not in guitar, in music theory. So we know about the main notes, that is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So there is mainly two types of notes, two types of scales. One is called as a major scale. The second is called as a minor scale. Now, what is a major scale and what is a minor scale? A major scale is a standard scale. For example, if someone is asking you to sing a song in C scale, that means they are asking you to sing a song in C major scale. Okay, and then comes C minor. C minor, for example, C major is similar to a happy kid. Okay, a happy kid. He is always happy. For example, in these happy songs, always there will be a major scale used, and in a sad song there will be a minor scale used. That is sad songs. This is how it works. In the guitar, I will show it to you right now. Like I was saying, a major chord is a happy chord. Now this is how we play C major. Okay. Now this is how we play C minor. Look, you saw the difference, right? This is a happy chord. Now this is a sad chord. The same way, this is A. This is A major. And this is A minor. Look, you saw the difference, right? This is a happy chord and this is a sad chord. So yeah, as you saw in the practical lesson, that is the difference. So a major is always a happy note and a minor is always a sad note. But don't get me wrong, okay? Because minors, they produce beautiful songs. I will give you examples during the video lessons. So right now, let us focus on the different notes. So as you know, all of these notes, there is C major, C sharp major, D sharp major, E major, F sharp major, G sharp major. In the same way, all of these, they have a minor and a major. This is there for every note. So we look at C major right now. So for C major, I told you that notes are arranged in a particular order or pitch. So we'll go with the order. For major notes, the order is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. This one, by heart this. For every major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, anything. Whatever, if someone is asking you, say the notes in C sharp major scale, you use this. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now, this is a shortcut, okay? This is a shortcut. So, what is this that I'll say to you? So, in the last lesson, I told you that, from C to D, this is a whole note. And C to C sharp, this is a half note. Didn't you remember mentioning this? So, in the same way, this is how it goes. So, if someone is asking you to write the notes of C major, you start with whole. So, first whole step, that is C and D. We're starting with C. So, the first whole step is C to D. This is whole. So, D. Now, D to the next whole, that is C to D to E, whole. And next comes a half step. So, E to F. It's not E to F sharp. This is a half step. So, F. Then again a whole, So, it is F to G, whole. Now, G to A. That is, there is 3 holes, right? Whole. Then A to B. Again, a whole. Then a half step, B to C. So these are the notes of a C major scale. And you remember me explaining this as a basic notes, right? So C major is a standard notes. Okay. So what are the notes of C major? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now how did this come? That is by writing this, First you have to write down the notes. In future you'll by heart this, from as time goes on you'll by heart this with experience. So first we're having two holes. So C to D is one hole. It's not C to C sharp, that is a half step. So this is a whole. C to D, D to E, whole. Then next is a half. So E to F, that is half because E doesn't have a sharp note. Now then comes the next 3 holes, that is F to G, G to A, A to B, that is G, A, B. And next comes C, that is a half note. Okay, so this is how you write the major notes. Now we learn about the next one. Let's say C sharp. So how will you write the notes of C sharp major? So for writing the notes of C sharp major, we follow the same shortcut, that is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So right now the first note will be C sharp because we are writing about C sharp. Now for C sharp, what is the next whole note? C sharp to D sharp, that is a whole note. Then D sharp to F, that is the second whole note. Then next we have a half note, that is F to F sharp, that is a half note. Then F sharp to G sharp, that is the next note, that is whole. Then G to A, whole. Then A to C, whole. Now the next note will be, what comes after C? That is C sharp, half. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So let's write the notes down. C to D sharp, D sharp to F, F to F sharp, F sharp to G sharp, G sharp to A sharp, A sharp to C, and again C to C sharp. See, it's simple. Now let's write the notes of D major. So the notes of D major will be, let me just write this down correctly here, C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, what is it? A sharp, B, C, C and C sharp. So these are the notes. Now for D major, the notes are, let me just erase this. Now for D major, the notes will start from D. So the first note will be D, then the next whole note is E, and the next whole note is F sharp, and the next half note is G, then the next whole note is A, and the next whole note is B, and the next whole note will be C sharp. It goes back, just like that. So what is this? Whole, half, whole, and what comes next? D, half. So as you can see, every note ends in the same way. C sharp will end with C sharp and D will end with D. So what are the notes? D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp and D. Okay, now we'll write the notes of D sharp major. You can write major as MAG. So here, I told you that you have to do this whole step, half step, whole step, half step again. But instead, if you know the notes of D major, then you can easily write the notes of D sharp major. That will be one step above. That is, for D, you have to write D sharp. And for E, what is the next note? It is F. There is no E sharp, so you have to write F. For what is the note for F sharp? That is G. And what is the note of G? That will be G sharp. Then for A, that will be A sharp. For B, there is no B sharp, so it will be C. Now for C sharp, there will be D, and for D sharp, and for D, there will be D sharp. We can recheck this, we can cross check this right here. Let's see. So we're starting with D sharp here, right? So D sharp to F, that is a whole note. Then F to G, that is another whole note. Then G to G sharp, that is a half note. Then G sharp to A sharp, that is a whole note. A sharp to C, that is another whole note. Then another whole note is also needed, so that is C to D, then D to D sharp. See, whole, half, whole, half. This is the formula. Now in the same way, this is the homework. Okay, for the homework, what you have to do is write the notes of from C sharp in the same way for this whole thing. Write the notes for this whole, write the scales or the notes for this whole scales, that is C sharp, D sharp, E till A sharp. No, it's not A sharp, it is B. Till B. C sharp to B. Okay? Write it down. That is your homework. So this is major scale. Now in the next lesson, we'll look at minor scale.